Hey, good morning everyone. So today's a flying / tutorial day. I'm going to go up and fly in my buddy Joe's Cirrus SR-22, and I'm going to teach him how to use GoPros and audio recorders to make videos just like this. But first, we're already running late, so we got to get going. See ya at the airport.
Aircraft, expect visual approach runway 33 left, runway 33 right. Departing runway 28, 33 right. Bird activity vicinity airport. Simultaneous approaches are being conducted to parallel runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information India. Baltimore Washington International Airport ATC information India 1454 Zulu. Wind 230 at 11, just 20. Wind variable between 190 and 260. Visibility 10. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 9er, dew point -4. Altimeter 3049er.
Get out of the alleyway here.
So he can actually see.
Baltimore clearance, Cirrus 385, Sierra Romeo, Zephyr, clearance to the Paleo Gate.
Sirius, standby. Okay,
20.
that was, sorry, I was on the other line. Was that Cirrus 385, Sierra Romeo?
Roger that, 385 Romeo.
Okay, and you're looking for VFR 8,000 and above, correct?
Well, I'm just going to the Paleo Gate, so whatever you got out there.
Okay, yeah, on your file it said you requested 8. That seemed a little bit higher, but usually that's like 2,000 out there.
Yeah, I think that was the default setting, but yeah, 2,000 is fine.
Okay, stand by. Let me amend your flight plan.
That damn 4 flight.
Yeah, because you set the auto, whatever your, same with this, with Garmin Pilot, certain plane, you always file at the same altitude,
yeah.
And
I rarely do the SFRA out of here. It's normally IFR all the time. So much easier.
Okay, Cirrus 5 Sierra Romeo, amended it to 2,000. You're cleared out of the Baltimore class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 2,000. Departure frequency 119.7. Squawk 4631.
Okay, cleared out of BWI, VFR to 2,000, 19.7, squawk 4631 for 385 Romeo.
Cirrus 5 Sierra Romeo, read back correct. Have a nice day.
Baltimore ground, Cirrus 385 Sierra Romeo with India at signature, ready to taxi.
Cirrus 385 Sierra Romeo, Baltimore ground, runway 33 right, taxi via Quebec.
33 right, vehicle back, 385 Romeo. Baltimore Tower, Cirrus 385 Sierra Romeo, ready to go at 33 right.
Cirrus 385 Sierra Romeo, Baltimore Tower, runway 33 right, clear for takeoff, wind 220 to 12, gust 20.
Clear for takeoff, 33 right, 385 Romeo.
Southwest 2833, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28, Southwest 2833.
Had to buy some expensive
Southwest
gas
4234, contact Potomac departure.
Departure C4234.
what's that?
I had to buy some expensive gas at White Plains to avoid the landing up there.
You know what baffles, or what's awesome to me is how cheap Meridian is at Teterboro.
Yes, I agree.
Like, no fees, gas is cheap.
Boy, it is a little windy.
Yeah, it seems like it. Oh.
Yeah, if it's this windy coming back, we'll definitely have to do 2.8.
5 Sierra Romeo, turn right heading 060.
Right 060, 35 Romeo.
Southwest 2833, contact on departure.
Departure, great day, Southwest 2833.
See you. Sirius 5 Sierra Romeo, contact Potomac departure.
Oh, to Potomac 35 Romeo.
I switched you, sorry.
No, no problem. And Potomac Cirrus 385, Sierra Romeo 1100, climbing to 2000, 060 landing.
350 Romeo Potomac, thank you. Altimeter is 3048, and your radar contact. What was your on-course setting, sir?
On course would be 120.
50 Romeo, thank you, sir. Did you want flight following when you exit?
No, I'm okay with that. Thanks, 35 Romeo.
Right, sir, 50 Romeo. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500, please.
Okay, at or below 2,500, 35 Romeo.
Thank you. Southwest 2455, maintain 4,000, turn left direct flat.
Down to 4,000, left direct flat, Southwest 2455.
Sir, 50 Romeo, you can turn right on course.
Okay, right on course, 35 Romeo.
Helicopter landing in Annapolis. Sir, what's your position? I lost you on radar.
The men just lose their shit with the traffic here. The women are just so more efficient.
And if that was for helicopter 2 Charlie Alpha Band, we're just by the Annapolis Mall now, 200 feet.
Okay, helicopter 2 Charlie Alpha. Yes, sir, I did lose you off of radar. Do you have Annapolis in sight?
Annapolis Mall is in sight right now, ma'am.
Okay, so for these things,
Yeah.
what I always do is the morning I'm going to go flying and I'm going to set them up. The first thing I do is I turn them on, turn the Wi-Fi on, and from my phone sync the times on them.
Oh.
And on the phone app there's a set time, and once you sync the times, that way when you import it into like your video editing tool, they're all synced, and you just say import, and then whatever you're using, if you use iMovie or Premiere or whatever, you just bring them all in as one, and I'll show, when I make the video for this, I'll show how I sync it on the phone.
But you're wirelessly connected to both?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
What I do is I wirelessly connect to one, hit sync time.
Southwest 2455, deploy visual approach, runway 33 left.
Good visual, 33 left, Southwest 2455.
Wirelessly connect to the second one, say sync time, and as long as they're on, the times remain synced.
I see what you're saying.
And
yeah,
if you sync them and then you use them a week later, they'll lose a couple hundredths of a second.
But are you checking the video on your phone? Or
No.
You're not. You're not playing with any of that stuff.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I will check it if it's out on the wing, because then I can turn it on and off when I wanted to. But when they're inside, I just let them record.
All the time?
All the
you
time.
don't turn them off
No.
ever to save battery time?
If the flight is less than an hour and a half, you can just leave
Southwest 2455, reduce speed to a 170, please.
So that's how I do the
Alright, we're
cameras.
slowing up, Southwest 2455.
Thanks, from Southwest 2455, Towers 194. You have a great day.
I have the audio.
Tower 194, Southwest 2455.
I have the audio recording on here. Now, with your cable, you can record straight into one of these, but then you've got a cable running to one.
Right.
Whereas recording here, you can see it's picking us up.
Yeah, much
camera.
better, yeah.
And that way it's separate audio, it's clean, and you can change the levels on it if things get messed up, and it just makes it sound better. The only thing you have to make sure you do when you're recording separately, and I use Voice Record Pro on an iOS device, and there's another recording one for Android, but I don't remember.
Approach Boutique 853 at 4,000, heading 190.
UTK-53 Potomac, good morning. Altimeter is 3047, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000.
That guy was loud. So the big thing that I found is that you have to make sure you're recording at 48,000 hertz as opposed to 44,000. Because if not, the audio and the video gets out of sync, as it drifts out of sync, especially for longer flights.
Approved. Southwest 9,700 is named
What is this called? Voice Pro?
Southwest 2800 Potomac, thanks. Altimeter is 3047.
47.
Also, it doesn't use any batteries, or uses very little batteries, so you can just record for hours and hours on end. And then you sync it from there. But the big thing is syncing the cameras, and then doing the audio at the right hertz, which is 48,000.
I like this position here. That's perfect.
Yeah, I really like that one.
It's small enough. It doesn't even.
It doesn't take up too much space. And then the other thing is that I use the autopilot when you run up to sync the audio to the video.
I see.
Because you can find the on this you can find it very easily, and the autopilot horn comes out of the big speaker, so it's easy to sync in whatever your tool is. So those are the three big.
385 Sierra Romeo, you're outside of Baltimore's Class Bravo, sir. You can squawk VFR and please change your crew. Have a great day.
Okay, squawking VFR, and thanks for your 385 Romeo. Go up to 3,500 now.
Get ourselves a little bit of tailwind. Oh wow, we've got a crosswind. 40 knots. By the way,
JetBlue 205 has the airport in sight.
JetBlue 20.
I didn't properly introduce you, everybody. This is Joe. This is his Cirrus. What is it? 385 Sierra Romeo.
Right.
G2
West Force
SR-22.
traffic, road 52, simulate 63 miles northeast of the field. Entering your right base for runway 28, West Force traffic.
So we're flying from Baltimore to Georgetown, Delaware, to go get some food, and my first time in Joe's plane, which is a very nicely equipped
George traffic.
SR-22
536 Juliet, turning crosswind, runway 35, George traffic.
with the GTN 650s, which makes a huge difference for flight planning. I wish I had them when I fly, and the SR-22s that I fly. Anyway,
Dream.
It's a dream, as Joe says. But he's gonna convert his Avidyne to a Garmin TXI.
Right, Joe? That's right. When they adopt a different autopilot or make the autopilot available for it.
Oh yeah, he also has the Avidyne F90 autopilot, which is the better
George
Cirrus
traffic,
SR-22
536 Juliet,
autopilot.
turning downwind, runway 35, George traffic.
The big difference with this one is that it does indicated airspeed climbs, and it also gives
traffic,
you,
Archer 90932, head to the east, inbound the GPS runway 24 approach wing.
it also gives you the flight controller when the autopilot is off, which the S-Tech autopilot will not do. It's a big deal when you're flying complicated departures and stuff like that.
traffic, Cherokee turning final,
The S-Tech for me just became unreliable. You know, it was wandering on approaches, and this is like on the rails, you know. Terrific. I think what we'll do, we're going to Georgetown, so I think what we'll do is do a practice hold.
Okay, cool.
RNAV, so I can show you, because this does the holds for you.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's the same, you know, that you would get with the perspective, but this allows you to do all that. So it's really terrific. All right, so we're going direct Huvox now, and I'm going to have to start descending.
Your copy, Whiskey Sierra, turning downwind, 35 York.
Oh, you buy Jeff charts?
536 Juliet, turning
Got Jeff
base,
here,
runway 35, York
you
traffic.
get it for free on the Jet app too. So, but I'm contemplating transferring it over to ForeFlight.
I'm going to put this map up when I do the video edit, but basically we're direct Huvax right now on the RNAV-22. We'll go to Huvax, descend to 2,000 is where we cross there, and we're going to test out how the hold works on the GTN 650, which is pretty awesome.
It'll determine the entry and everything.
And do all that stuff.
So let's just listen to the AWOS or ASOS here.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 13 Celsius. Dew point 03 Celsius. Altimeter 3053. Remark.
Not much of a difference.
Density altitude
the autopilot automatically makes the
700.
change. We'll tell them where we are. Georgetown traffic, Cirrus 385, Sierra Romeo. We're in the hold at Huvox, about 10 miles to the east. Georgetown traffic. Okay, here we go.
Could have worn foggles, and then I could have been your official safety pilot, and you could have logged this as instrument time.
Because of my
Wings traffic, Cirrus 47 Tango Pop, turning downwind, runway 24, wings. Delaware Park, Warrior 405, Delta Sierra, turning left, crossing runway 27, Delaware Park.
We love the tankers.
Yep, tanker trackers. Okay, so this is going to do a teardrop probably right now.
Well, yeah, because it's a parallel hold,
Yep.
so we went out the same one, and then it's going to pop back in.
So it's going to go back.
And it should ask you whether or not you want to continue or on the G1000 you hit suspend and it keeps going rather than making the hold over and over and over again.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll ask me. Sure. But
We'll see.
it does occasionally. I'll get the question. Normally it's when you load it.
Yeah.
I may have already just hit it. Actually, I didn't pay attention to it. Georgetown traffic, Cirrus 385, Romeo 10 out, straight in on the GPS 22 approach. Full stop. Georgetown traffic.
Wings traffic, Cherokee 340, turning base 24 wings.
Yeah.
Basically the instrument approach indicators. I probably won't get the side slope until I get closer to unable.
Well, at least we've got a straight headwind for land.
Yeah. All right, let me test the winds here.
Naval traffic, Sierra 317 Golf, departing to the northwest.
Coming from the Bahamas,
500.
It was really windy, crosswind. I mean,
Silver traffic, filter number 6503, short final runway 28.
basically was like standing on the right rudder
Yeah.
to get it in, but it handled it perfectly. I was pretty proud of it.
You have a radio altimeter?
Yes. Cool little softball park here.
Yeah, it really is.
Gotta watch the fly balls here.
Huh.
Okay. Not much action here today. I thought this place would be busier. People are a little worried about the winds, I bet.
Doesn't seem to be bad down here.
Yeah. That's really calmed down.
That smooth.
Gotta grease it with the cameras on.
Huh. Another TBM.
Yeah, there it is. I don't think they have breakfast.
Sirius, you be parking with us today?
Yeah, we're gonna grab a load by deed.
Copy that. Just make a left off of Bravo and park off the left wing of the TBM.
Roger that. 3 Advance Romeo. You okay here?
Yeah, you look clear.
Okay. A little lower anyway.
Oh, that thing has the same wingspan as...
Probably a little longer.
I thought they were almost exactly the same.
Alright, so the great thing about flying for lunch to places is you get to sit in a restaurant, right, Joe?
That's right. Front row seat here.
Make sure that nobody's messing with the airplane.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're parked next to that TBM, so I've got a little envy going on here.
There's poor people parked next to us.
I need to do some big oil deal so I can upgrade.